did do is go over their targets and needs. And they flat out said, what do they need on that offense? Daboll came out and even said himself, offensive line. So they flat out said offensive line is number one offensive need. They were competing with the Jets for the same players, which was interesting because at least if you're the player, you know where you're looking to shop for your new home in the East Rutherford, Hoboken area, if you will. They broke down some quarterbacks, and it was kind of interesting to look through and see who they're looking at the time. And you get kind of tell with the editing too, because Drew and I talked about this last week with the editing process. You see who they really shined around, and obviously we signed people after the editing process was going through. So their QB targets was Tyrod Taylor, but we all know what happened to him. Drew Lock, Sam Darnold, and Gardner Minshew. And it was nice to see him break down these players about what they could do, their age, and their cost and their effectiveness, because they know that this, backup quarterback is potentially going to be your number one until they know that DJ is 100% healthy. So obviously we all know what happened. We signed Drew Lock in the offseason. Everyone saw his social posts saying, "Hey, yeah, Big Blue, what do you guys do for your your logo thing over there? What do you guys do? What you're saying, Big Blue? Yeah, let's go with that, Big Blue." When they talk about the running back needs later in the episode, you can see they're bringing down Saquon Barkley, obviously, Devin Singletary, and then DeAndre Swift. And obviously, we got Singletary. We know that part. Their offensive line targets were Eluemenor, Runyan Jr., Robert Hunt, and they tried to get all three of these guys, which shows you they're building out the trenches. Drew and I have talked about that ad nauseum. If you want to win a trench warfare, you need to build some strong trenches. And then, obviously, we've been talking about Brian Birds, which is the only defensive line that they've talked about, which they've also used as the backup of not signing McKinney. Like, hey, if we got a really good defensive line, you got Tibbs, you got Burns, and you got Sexy Dex putting all that pressure on the quarterback. How much do you actually need the second best or fourth best safety in the league back there? It gives your secondary a chance to give some breathing room, if you will, because the quarterback's going to be under pressure. Joe Schoen also sent Daboll a text before free agency. Protect the QB. Go after the QB. Let's go. Talk about that trench warfare. Joe Schoen also seemed upset with how much players were getting. He reminded me of my grandfather as prices of everything was going up, and he didn't know that Social Security was going up too. He was just that guy that was like, hey, why is there inflation such a thing? Why is it going up so much? Like, it's modern NFL. These poor guys are getting paid. Like, it's crunch time. And just like he said, he wrote all these names on the whiteboard. They were trying to figure out who gets what. They put all this time in trying to get things done, but come, free agency, it's a free agency frenzy. And that's exactly what happened. So
if you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.